Denzel Washington's upcoming movie reunion with Spike Lee in High and Low's remake can pay off a casting wish first teased back in 1992. In their first acting-directing collaboration since Inside Man 18 years ago, Denzel Washington and Spike Lee are set to reunite for the fifth time in the forthcoming English-language remake of Akira Kurosawa's 1963 Japanese crime thriller High and Low. Washington is confirmed to star in the new High and Low movie, while Lee will return to the director's chair, following in the footsteps of their previous films Mo, Better Blues, 1990, Malcolm X, 1992, He Got Game, 1998, and Inside Man, 2006. Though no confirmation has been made, it's assumed that Denzel Washington will be playing a new version of Toshiro Mifune's wealthy executive character, Kingo Gondo, in Lee's High and Low. In Kurosawa's movie, Gondo was forced to choose between using his money to gain control of a company or using it to free his employee's kidnapped son. Outside of Washington, the cast and characters of the High and Low remake have yet to be revealed, leaving plenty of room for other frequent Lee collaborators to return. If so, the next of Denzel Washington and Spike Lee's movies could fulfill a perfect casting setup that dates back to their 1992 film. High and Low could finally see Denzel and John David Washington co-star in a movie. Denzel Washington speaking on a mic in Malcolm X, John David Washington in a still from Malcolm X. Parent-child acting duos in Hollywood have made for some incredibly memorable movies and TV shows, such as Clint and Scott Eastwood in Gran Torino, Andie MacDowell and Margaret Qualley in Maid, Martin and Charlie Sheen in Wall Street, and Carrie Fisher and Billy Lord in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Now, 32 years after briefly sharing the screen in a Spike Lee movie, Denzel Washington and his son, actor John David Washington, could finally join this list if the latter is cast in Lee's groundbreaking High and Low remake. Given John David Washington's rise to stardom in recent years, it would be even more fulfilling if both served as leads in the Apple TV Plus project. When John David Washington was only 8 years old, he made his film debut in 1992 with a very minor appearance in Spike Lee's Denzel Washington starring movie Malcolm X. In the Oscar-nominated movie, John David Washington was credited as student in Harlem classroom, highlighting the brevity of his role. John David Washington then made an uncredited appearance in the 1995 Denzel Washington movie Devil in a Blue Dress, in which he played a boy with a toy rifle. After more than 30 years, now is the perfect time to actually give the Tenet actor a starring role in a Spike Lee movie alongside his father. John David Washington's Black Klansman role makes his Spike Lee return more likely. Nearly 3 decades after his minor background role in Malcolm X, John David Washington reunited with Spike Lee as the main actor in the director's 2018 crime dramedy Black Klansman. The film marked Washington's first major starring movie role, with the acclaim for his performance and the movie's critical and commercial success launching the actor into a fruitful Hollywood career. After Black Klansman, which was nominated for Best Picture at the 2019 Oscars, John David Washington starred in hit movies like Christopher Nolan's Tenet, Netflix's Malcolm and Marie, David O. Russell's Amsterdam, and Gareth Edwards' The Creator. Though John David and Denzel Washington didn't return for Spike Lee's following movie, Da 5 Bloods, 2020, the former's major part in Black Klansman suggests he'll reunite with the director again in the future. Lee has a reputation for bringing his frequent collaborators, especially those with leading roles, back for more of his movies, with Denzel Washington having starred in 4 of his films, John Turturro appearing in 9, and Giancarlo Esposito being cast in 4 Lee-directed features. Consequently, with John David Washington already appearing in 2 movies and his father confirmed for the next feature, his casting in Lee's High and Low remake seems probable.